Hi friends, I'm Shakina and I'm going to channel the Guardians of the Light for you today. Today's message is kind of exciting. The Guardians have shared with me a little bit of information about the great solar flash and some of what we can expect when that happens. I think I'll just let the message speak for itself, and I look forward to connecting with you about what you think after you've had a chance to listen to it. Thanks so much. Just give me a chance to tune in and we'll get started. We are the Guardians of the Light, and we are pleased to be with you today. It is always our pleasure to connect with you in whatever ways you make yourselves available to us. We know that sometimes in your quiet moments, you reach out and you hope for a connection with a being outside of yourself. Some may call it God, some may call it Allah, some may call it Buddha, some may call it Jesus. Whatever entity you are reaching out to, you could have faith in your heart, knowing that you are being heard, that you are being listened to, that you are being responded to by the one who loves you. The source creator of all life, who has blessed you with wisdom and awareness and the gift of communication. Today we wish to speak with you about this communication, about connecting with your divine guides, and about learning how to trust the voice that you hear within. We have spoken before of the importance of this, and we wish to reiterate again how crucial it is during this time that you develop an internal awareness of the voice in your heart. You are being communicated with all the time. You can make yourself available to these communications by simply allowing the reception of these frequencies. You are existing in a world of energy that is swirling around you and through you. There are so many forms of energy of which you are not yet aware, but soon in time, you will become more aware and you will become more skilled at accessing and analyzing these energies. For the time being, we wish for you to simply open your heart to receive these energies with the intention of evolving alongside each other as a human species and as an intergalactic species. When we speak of angels and we speak of aliens, we speak of intelligence beyond that which you currently understand on your planet. An intelligence that is ever present and has been for millennia. An intelligence in which you will participate as members of an intergalactic society. But for the moment, you find yourselves like children lost in a desert, wondering which way to go. This is because humanity has reached a crucial tipping point in which there is no going back, but the way forward is unclear. The way forward is unclear because for the first time in the history of humankind, you have a sense of yourselves as a planetary being, as a species and a race that is connected all throughout the planet, not only in smaller communities, but also through your consciousness, collectively, in a web of communication that is both mediatized and spiritual. As you learn how to lean into your spiritual connection, you will become less dependent on your mediatized connection. And this is important because the ways in which we have been developing relationships with one another through media, through social media, through entertainment, has been almost a rehearsal for the ways in which your spirits are going to be called upon each other to stay in connection when the tools of your current means of communication are no longer available to you. We are speaking of the great solar flash. This great flash, which presents itself as an imminent opportunity for ascension, is headed towards your planet even now. The process has already begun, and when it arrives, it will create such a disturbance in your electromagnetic field that you will, for a time, be unable to rely on the tools of technology that you have come to understand as your primary means of communication. There is nothing to be afraid of, for in this moment, each and every one of you will know what to do, because this light contains all the information that you need, all the information to communicate, all the information to survive, all the information to evolve. However, you will be presented with challenges during this time, which is the question, will you move forward or will you stay in the same place? And there is no judgment to the answer that each of you will provide to this question. But it is a question for your hearts and your souls. And the more you can ready yourself to allow that decision to come from an internal wisdom rather than an egoic thought process, the more cleanly you'll be able to sever ties with the things that no longer serve you and step boldly and fully into the life that you have been dreaming of and hoping for, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones and for the planet. This is a time of great change, and it is slow moving in the human experience, but it will be a nanosecond in the galactic time frame. As you struggle to comprehend the situation that you find yourselves in, not only in this moment, but in the weeks and months to come, you can be reminded that you have guides all around you on the astral realm, guides in the forms of ancestors, guides in the forms of angels, guides in the forms of extraterrestrials, guides in the forms of deities and elementals. Now is the time to open up your communication with these guides. Now is the time to embrace your divine connection within yourself and with your community. You have nothing to fear. You have everything to gain. You have nothing to lose. You have only to receive. As you position yourself toward receptivity, your heart begins to open and you begin to sense something greater than yourself communicating with you. It could be a voice, it could be signs and symbols, it could be something that you hear or see or feel, an inner knowing. But as these clues start to show themselves to you, your only task is to remark on how good it feels to be connected synchronistically to the greater source of all things. And as each of you come to connect with your guardians and your guides, you will be able to have more confidence and more faith in the changes that you are undertaking, in the passage that you are going through, knowing that what is yours, what is meant for you, is soon to arrive. It is a wonderful message to imagine that light can transform the planet. It is a wonderful blessing to receive angelic support through the electromagnetic frequencies of light. As you imagine this multifaceted rainbow covering the planet, surrounding your body, penetrating your heart, breathe deep and allow yourself to be transformed. Allow yourself to be uplifted. Allow yourself to be changed for the better. You don't have to know where you're going. You don't have to know what's happening. You only have to believe that there is more available to you and stand up righteously to claim that as your destiny and to surrender your ego in the face of the gift that is your own evolution. We invite you to contemplate this message in your heart, to reflect on the words that resonate with you, to close your eyes and imagine the sensation of a warm, vibrant, crystalline light overflowing and overtaking you, and feeling the freedom that comes from letting go and releasing into that light so you can receive that light in your heart. Feel us near you at all times, by your side, guiding you, behind your back, guarding you, holding your hand, comforting you, resting our hands on your heart, softening you. We are here with you now and always, and we love you. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. Okay, so that was the message. I have been wondering when the Guardians were going to speak on the Great Flash. It's a subject that I've felt really drawn to for quite some time. And I've seen a lot of videos and heard a lot of people talking about it, and I didn't know if it would come up in these messages, but I'm glad that it did. I think if you feel resonance with this message, then you know we are on our way to something huge, and that you can have confidence and you can have excitement for what's coming. The guides have assured us that there's nothing to be afraid of, but that there is a challenge into letting go and releasing. So the more we can practice that, the more prepared we'll be for the time that comes when we have to surrender, whether that's to a blackout of technology or loss of communication or a change in our lifestyle or a change in our location or a change in our frequency. Being open to adapt to those changes is the key, and trusting that you have your guides with you to assist you in adapting to those changes will make everything easier. So thank you for listening to this message. I hope that you will leave a comment below if you feel so moved. Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more of these messages. And as always, please share this with someone if you feel like they might have a resonance with it. Thanks again for being with me today. See you next time. Bye.